Let's take a look at how Tom Aspinall got the belt in our Musashi knockout moment. Yeah, Tom Aspinall is king of the castle at the moment, but admittedly, Curtis Blaydes did beat him a little while ago, even though that was an injury TKO. And Josh, I wanted to go to you on this. I remember your fight against Jalen Turner. Now, I know it's different situations, but how frustrating is this when this happens?
A fight's a fight, and whatever happens in there, it is what it is. It's just it's very unfortunate what happened to Tom, like the way it did. But you know, I did face something similar to what Tom went through, but it's literally when you step into that cage, anything can happen, and it just proved that literally anything can happen in the cage.
Yeah, Tyson, what did you make of when you saw that take place the first time?
I cringed. The same thing happened against me with Shogun. So kicked out, and as soon as it happens, you know it happens. And like I kept trying to fight through it, kept falling over, but it's crushing as well, because then you in the fight, you don't know whether you're going to change stances. You're trying to figure out how to get through it, but yeah, it's crushing. Mentally,
how difficult is it to get back? Because it's quite remarkable to see what Tom Aspinall has been through and the journey that he's undertaken ever since going through those injuries, and now he's the champion. How difficult is that?
Well, just to be the champ, you have to have an undeniable belief in yourself, right? And it'll be interesting. I want to ask him. It's like there's all these questions arise when you're going through that injury time. It's like, am I going to make it back? How long is it going to take? Like all these questions start coming up, and you start wrestling with yourself. So it's it's a roller coaster.
Well, as we take a look at our Musashi top 5 Tom Aspinall moments, how do you assess his skill set as a champion?
Oh man, I think he's one of the most dominant heavyweights. Well, like skill-wise, he's so well-rounded. Wrestling, his speed's phenomenal, and like as you can see, he's very well-rounded.
Yeah, Josh, how do you assess the champion?
Yeah, man, he's light on his feet, moves like a lightweight, he has a bit of a step to him, and yeah, his hand speed is absolutely ridiculous. I think he's got probably the fastest hands in the division, and he's got power behind it too. Not only his hands are quick, but there's definitely some heat, you know, following those punches. And as you can see him put out all these guys in the first round. It just goes to show how he's in there. He's there to do business. You know, he's not there to muck around. He's not getting paid overtime in there. So, yeah, he goes in there. He knows I need to get this guy out of there. Give me my bonus. Give me my win, and let me get out as quick as I can.
Well, I'm very pleased to announce that Tom Aspinall joins us now. Tom, thanks so much for your time on Fox Sports. Now, it's been 8 months since we've seen you inside the octagon. How is life as champion?
It's good. Yeah, it's good. Just the same as it was before, to be honest with you. I don't really do much. I just go to the gym and back. I'm not living this like crazy lifestyle or nothing. I'm just still focused on the task at hand. I got a lot of work left to do in this division. So we're just scratching the surface now, and we're going to get right into it.
Yeah. Hey, Tom, Tyson here. I just wanted to ask as well about the injury. Like, obviously you have to have an undeniable belief in yourself, but how do you manage like the questions that start arising when you're off and when you're in that downtime?
With great difficulty, mate, to be honest. Yeah, it was tough. I just decided, you know, I still remember the moment where I was sat there, and to be honest, before I fought Blaydes the first time, I wasn't really all in on MMA. I wasn't as focused as I should have been. I wasn't training properly. You know, I was doing a load of stuff wrong, and I really decided that I'm either going to retire from the sport or I'm going to go absolutely all in and be 100% focused on what I'm doing. And I obviously decided to go all in. And since then, I really took the rehab process probably more serious than I'd ever taken a training camp at the time. I took it like really, really serious. I was getting the right sleep. I was taking the right supplements. I was watching my diet. I was doing all the exercises that they had me doing religiously. And once I set my intention on, right, I'm going to be the best heavyweight in the world, and there's nothing going to come in my way. I feel like it was a blessing in disguise for me, and I've felt great ever since.
Yeah, love that, bro. But has anything changed for the lead up for this fight now with the injury? Like, obviously it's good now, but do you change anything with your strength and conditioning, making sure that like the body's right for this fight?
Yeah, I never did any strength and conditioning before at all. I'm now
so starting it. That's good. All right, I like that.
Yeah, I started strength and conditioning when I was injured. That's it, for real. I didn't do any before.
Right.
So yeah, since then I've really made some good progress. My body's really, really in a good spot now. I've not been injured. I mean, I hurt my back actually in the lead up to my last fight, but that's because I wasn't really fit at the time. But yeah, I'm all good now, man. I'm all good. I'm feeling great.
Awesome.
Hey Tom, Josh here. Now, if you win on this Saturday, when you win this Saturday, would you consider yourself the actual heavyweight world champion?
Well, I'm still going to be an interim champion if I win this Saturday. But you know what? I think, let's make no mistake, this fight is for the best heavyweight the number one heavyweight in the world. Regardless of titles, which one's the undisputed and which one's the interim and all that kind of stuff. Like, the real people, the real fans, the real guys know this fight defines who's the best heavyweight in the world. Jon Jones and Stipe doing their thing. You know, they've got a title, fair play, whatever. But this is the number one guy in the world fight.
Tom, it's been so long. Do you still care about that Jon Jones fight? Where does that sit with you? Does it still bother you? Is that even in your mind anymore?
No, it's not going to happen, mate. It's not happening. So I'm not bothered about it.
So if that fight was to arise, you don't even consider it a possibility anymore. You're not hanging on to that possibility against fighting, one of the greatest of all time, if not the greatest.
I mean, I'm not saying that I wouldn't like it. I'd absolutely love that fight. I think I've made it pretty obvious that that's the fight that I wanted. And I still want, of course, but I don't know, can I swear on this thing or not? I'll change it. Shooting in the dark. I'm shooting in the dark with that one. I was going to say something else, but I'm shooting in the dark. There's nothing going on with that.
Okay, fair enough. Well, this weekend against Curtis Blaydes, we mentioned the injury that took place a couple of years ago. Is this a fight that you've always wanted to run back since then?
Yeah, of course. In all honesty, this is like the dream situation for me. I'm fighting in my hometown. I'm fighting Curtis Blaydes in a rematch, and it's worked out absolutely perfect. Like this, there's a few people walking around, mate, on this planet who say that they've got to live the dreams, like for real. And win or lose, me fighting Curtis Blaydes for a heavyweight title in Manchester, which is where I'm from, is my absolute dream. So I'm very, very excited about it.
Tom, do you feel there's extra added pressure having to fight back at home, like in front of your hometown, in front of your home people? Do you feel like there's the added pressure to this fight?
Yeah, absolutely. It's way easier just to fly across the world and fight somebody and then fly back, rather than there's a lot of UK fighters on this card. I'm the only guy from Manchester, which probably doesn't mean much to you guys, but here in Manchester, it's massive. It's absolutely massive at the moment. I'm the only guy from Manchester fighting on the card, and there's absolutely loads of pressure as always. But I love that. I absolutely love that. Like I've headlined the O2 in London 3 times, but I feel like that was just a warm up for this. That just prepared me for this one. This one's going to be absolutely insane pressure wise, and but I'm good for it. I love it.
Obviously, Curtis is probably going to avoid trying to stand with you. Has been a heavy wrestling camp?
Yeah, I mean, you never know. His striking's good as well. Curtis. This is the second time I prepared for him. He's not a very comfortable guy to prepare for. Do you know what I mean? You guys yourself. It's like starting in bad positions, getting a big guy off, finally get him off, and then you got to restart on the bottom. There's just been a lot of that going on. Do you know what I mean? It's just not very fun, mate. To be honest, it's just not. It's just not something what I want to do in my spare time. To be honest, is get squashed by a lot of big guys, but it's something that has to be done, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, it's always box office when Tom Aspinall fights, but a massive blockbuster that's been bandied about a little bit is the potential of an Alex Pereira fight if he was indeed to move up to the heavyweight division. Is that a fight that you'd entertain, Tom?
Yeah, of course. Absolutely. I want to fight everybody and anybody. Doesn't matter to me, mate, who I fight, really. But, you know, if I can get more eyes on it and more glory, do you know what I mean? Like, the risk's even better. You know, the risk is it pays off when you fight someone like that. But, mate, Alex Pereira, dangerous man. He's on an absolute roll at the moment. And, yeah, of course I want that fight. That'd be cool.
Tom, so you're saying that the fight with Alex Pereira is going to be a dangerous fight. Does that mean you're going to be going into that fight sort of looking to shoot straight away, or would you be willing to be one of the few to actually test his stand-up?
Oh, mate, I'll be starting that fight if it ever happens. Like, I'll be starting like in the blocks, like the sprinters do. Like, I'll be down. When the bell goes, I'll be doing like a 40-yard dash straight into a big rugby tackle, mate.
You're a smart man, Tom. You're a smart man. You don't need to prove a point.
I'll be, I'll be pinning him on his back for as long as possible.
At least you're not shy about it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
One more from me, Tom. Alexander Volkanovski is normally on set with us here today, but he's actually in transit. He's on his way to you in Manchester. Are you going to be able to carve out a bit of time to hang out with your favourite fighter?
Apparently so. Yeah, he's been in touch with a mutual friend that we've got, and I believe we are going to meet in person pretty soon. That'd be cool, but like, as you guys know, I'm big Volkanovski guy, so looking forward to meeting him.
Well, we can't wait to see it. Imagine that, a pint between Alexander Volkanovski and also Tom Aspinall. We can't wait to see how that takes place this weekend. Tom, thanks so much for your time on Fox Sports, and go well this weekend.
All the best, brother.
Thanks, guys.
Tom.
Have a good one. Thank you.
There he was, Tom Aspinall. We're off to a quick break here on Fox Sports. Stay with us, Paddy the Baddie, on the other side.